Greetings once again, fellow book lovers. It's time for Shelf Life Book Reviews Online, where I present to you a very highly recommended book. And this time out, the book is I Remember You by Brian Freeman. This is published by Thomas and Mercer, and it retails for $24.95. Brian Freeman is really an amazing writer. One of his previous books that came out, I think a couple of years ago, called Infinite, was a book you could not put down. He has that knack for writing compelling fiction, and this one, I Remember You, is definitely a book you will not forget. It's the sort of book that you want to keep reading because you don't know what's going on and you are anxious to find out how it all fits together. Now, the book revolves around a young girl called Hallie Evers. It's the 4th of July, and she's having a really bad day, as she says. She's just been let go from her job because she she created a slogan for the company she worked for, and they really hated it, and so they fired her. And as well, she found out via a text that her boyfriend is dumping her. And she also found out that her boyfriend is having an affair with her roommate, who at one time was her best friend. So now she's out of a boyfriend. She's out of an apartment that she shares with a girl. So she's down in Vegas. She's there for a convention. So she decides to take some cocaine to try to take the edge off. Well, it really doesn't... it isn't compatible with her body, let's put it that way. She goes into atrial fibrillation, and she basically dies. And a doctor happens to be there, Dr. Reed Smith, and he resuscitates her, brings her back to life. But when she comes back, she finds out she's totally different. She sees things that she never saw before, and she feels like she's part of other people's lives. She sees Poseidon, the god of the sea, and she also sees a girl. Her name is Sky, and she thinks she is almost like her twin. And she also sees a bloodied golf club. She sees dead bodies. And so basically it's what has happened to her life since she came back to life. Now, earlier in her life, she watched her mother commit suicide. That was very traumatic. So she has not had a very happy life, but now she wants to find out why all these images are starting to haunt her. And they're so realistic. It's just like she's lived those moments and she's seen these people die. Now she finds out Dr. Reed Smith, who saved her life, is not Dr. Reed Smith. He's someone else. And it all gets very complex. We find out that she is... she's associated with the Hypalex Corporation. And apparently when she died, they inserted something basically into her brain, and that's what's giving her these false memories, false images, which are so realistic. But also, someone is trying to kill her. She sees a man in a casino, and she thinks he's following her, so she pays the waitress $100 to spill drinks on him so she can get away. So she goes out the back door, but two men are after her. One has a hypodermic needle. He wants to stick it in her neck. But the man who was in the casino, who she thought was a bad guy, comes to save her. And he saves her, but he gets his throat slit, and he dies in the process. So other people come to help her. They say they're her friends, and someone else gets shot in cold blood, and the same man who tried to kill her before, one of the two men, because the other man has died, his friend killed him, so this other man is coming to get her. Later, he's found dead. So it's really one wild ride after another. And so if you're looking for a book that's really got it all, the sort of book you will not want to put down, definitely Brian Freeman is an excellent author when it comes to thrillers. And this is a book that just, it confuses you at times, but it also mesmerizes you at times, because it's just one thing after another. And what exactly is happening in Hallie Evers' lives? People still want to kill her because she knows too much. She has a therapist by the name of Tori, and as we find out, people are definitely not who they seem to be, especially in this book. So this is definitely a one-of-a-kind book that you will not forget. Let me trust me. So if you do buy it, please let me know if you do agree with my review. So until we meet again, stay safe, stay sane, stay in touch, and I'll see you at the bookstore. Bye for now.